This is Lance from Lance's Auto Vlog, and I'm back with another video. So we have this Ford van, conversion van, with focal speakers already in it. Customer's complaint was couldn't hear the subs, so it's kind of a rescue. It didn't sound very good. So he already had a bunch of stuff in this vehicle. He had a set of focals in front, and then he had a set of focal coaxials in the back door, and a set of focal components in the rear compartment, not really sealed out, but it's back there. And then he had these two audio control amplifiers. So our solution would be our solution was to first solve the sub issue, which I'll show you what we did to do that, because what they did was they used a down-firing woofer box with two JL13 TW5s, great woofers, but it didn't vent into the vehicle well. So we modified that, and I'll show you that. Another suggestion was, since you already had the two audio control amplifiers here and here, a 6-channel and then a sub amp, we went and added the audio control DM-810, which will give us the outputs to control all 6 high-level speaker outputs. We also went as far as to roll the crossovers over, because another thing that wasn't right was the crossovers on the amplifier, which are ones here for the front channel. What we did was we rolled that crossover all the way down to 30 hertz because the DSP will do that, and we did that with 3 and 4 as well, because it was at 100 hertz, 120 hertz maybe. And then the sub amp was at 40 hertz, so there was a big giant gap in the crossover point. So even if we could set it up correctly, that's just not right. You're supposed to not have such a gap in your subwoofer crossover points, even if it's 6 dB per octave crossover points. And I'm not sure what these amps are set up, but if they're at 6 dB or 12 dB per octave, but you don't want your amps to be at 120 and your sub to be at 40 or 50. You want it to be closer to each other, whether it's 80 or 120 120. My personal belief is 80 at 24 dB, if you could do that, as far as on a DSP. Now, as far as doing it on an amplifier, it's easy to do if you know your crossovers. The dials are pretty close together as far as setting up on the roll-offs. The dials are pretty liberal, so you could probably get it correctly. But what we did was we turned those all the way down. We also reset the gains on the amplifier, whether it's the front and rear and the rears. And we're going to use the DSP right there to do all the controls as far as front, middle, and rear. And what we're going to do is basically take the rear outputs as far as the DSP is concerned, and we're going to do like a high pass, and we're just going to use like a two-way setup, but we're just going to make them both high pass. It's pretty easy to do. I'll show you what we did on the audio control setup. And then we do the sub, and let me show you what we did on the sub as far as venting into the car. So what we did was we modified and put 2 holes here, and then we modified this box so the woofers will actually vent into the vehicle. So if you can see there, we put 2 little vents right there on both sides, so you can now hear the woofer box. And I'll show you how we set up the actual crossovers on the DSP. So I'll show you that. So we don't only just do Audison here. We could tune pretty much any DSP out there, whether it's Helix, Audio Control, or Audison, Rockford. They're all pretty simple once you start to play with them. So we're not just locked into one particular brand. So I'll show you what we did on the DSP as far as setting it all up and move on from there. Try to log back into software, type in 1, 2, 3, 4, enter. It's gonna say wait while dial is being set up. So the way we set this thing up is on the input side, which if you know anything about audio control software, the way it works is that you basically have to, once it's connected, it'll tell you what unit you're on physically. And so what we did was we made 1 and 2 channels front. That's the input, because we had 3 sets of RCA's Rambacks. We have front, rear, and sub. So we have front, rear, front on 1 and 2, rear on 3 and 4, and then the sub on 7 and 8. Okay, sorry. And then what we did with the output was we did the front channels on 1 and 2. So if you look at it, we labeled it front. So front's on there. It's labeled here with 1 and 2. And then we did rear, like rear mids. So we can actually change this. Say we do rear mid doors. Hit enter. It'll change it for us. So now it says rear mid, which is back there. And then we have the rear doors. So we go to the next one, rear doors on 3 and 4. I mean rear mid doors, or I should say rear mid, whatever. And the rear doors on 3 and 4 as well. So now we have 3 and 4 on 3 and 4 here, and 5 and 6 on 3 and 4. And then what we did was we took the output from channel 9. We need to rebel that subwoofer and put that on channel 9. And basically, if you go here and look at that one, it's on 7 and 8. So none of this will save if you just type it all in. You have to actually save the memory when you do that. So what we have is, say we go on front channels here, we can set up our crossovers here. So depending on how good your audio system is, here's your output summing, which is 1 and 2. You can make it mono, 80 degrees, link to 3 and 4, you can do all that stuff. Then you have your crosshair point. So I start off with a crosshair point at 80 degrees, 80 hertz at 24 dB per octave. I'm a fan of 24 dB per octave. And then you got your 20K on the high pass. So if you want to do band pass, you change this number here, and that's when you get that. And then you're going to have a delay for, you can have delay left and delay right. All you do is break out a tape measure and type it in. It's real time. Then you got your Accubase, which I don't use that, so that's kind of a non-existent thing. And then you have your RTA setup, and then you have your 25 to 20K. Now what I typically do is I will tune everything in the car. I'll start off with right side, then I'll start with right front, and then left front, and then right rear, then left rear, then right rear, and right rear. Then I'll do the sub last. But I basically mute everything to do this. So what I'll go in and do is I'll go to the rear channels, and what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll just mute it, so you won't be able to hear it. Mute, done. Rear channels, mute, done. And anything else I'll just mute it, just in case. Mute. I want to do that one, so we'll do that one, we'll mute. So theoretically, we only should have sound playing from the front channels. Now, we can either tune this with left and right, or we can tune this as a sum channel, or we can do left and right independently. And if you want to do left and right independently, what you would have to do is you would have to go in. You would have to go in and unlink them as far as tuning them right to left. So if you go here and you want to unlink them, you can unlink it, and you can basically mute the right side only. So now I've done the front and the rear. So this is the way the rear EQ looks. And I didn't do independents because it's the rears and then the rears as well, because I just basically did them as a team. And what I'll do is I'll go back and play with the fades and all that stuff later. And this is what the rear section looks like, and this is what the front section looks like, which are drastically different. So you should never have EQ looks the same. So when people say I have a California smile, I don't understand how that works, because there's acoustically, every speaker's a different location. I don't know if these speakers and the doors are deadened. I don't know if there's anything going on with them, but I have to EQ them based on what the pink noise of the system tell me. Now, the only thing I haven't done was EQ the sub. And so what I'll do is I'll play everything together and then see how it all sounds, and then go play with everything independently. So I'll give you an ultimate feel on how it sounds when I'm done, and we'll go from there. So we got the EQs dialed in. We got the front, the rears, the rears, and the sum dial in. And this thing just freaking hammers. It's got focal, front, all focal, front, rear, and thing. And it's got two 13 TW5s in this thing for the sub. So let's hear something that bangs. And with that said, this car is wrapped finally. We've had this car for a little bit of time because we hadn't that much time to work on it. We've had some other projects. So don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to the channel. This car is hammering for what it is. Not over expensive stuff, but it's nice. So stay tuned for the next. Peace.